Game
All
time.
right, let's do it.
All right. Method to the Madness, Episode 1,
Uno.
Week 11, NFL season.
11.
Follow the Instagram, Lucas and Mario make a parlay.
At
Lucas
and Mario make a parlay.
There we are. Follow to see all picks posted live by our producer, Hollywood Luigi.
Hollywood.
So, Week 11, NFL season. We're here right now. Coming into Week 11, we have done a parlay of every game going on. 16 games, 15 games, 13 games, $1 to win thousands.
Thousands. Every time, maybe a game off.
Maybe.
We're the only parlay where you make as much money as we do.
And we never lose. Except sometimes.
On occasion.
So, on the parlays so far we've made this season, Week 1 through Week 8, we've hit 73 picks of 113 for a 64% hit ratio. Pretty good. Respects.
Pretty good.
And on our 3-game locks, our picks have hit 62% of the time, 30 picks out of 48.
So if you were to bet 62%, or if you were to bet 100% of the time, 62% of the time, you'd profit. Is that what you're saying?
If you bet our picks, singles, you would be up 62% in your account.
Wow.
Profits. That's profits.
Wow.
They say for a good gambler, you got to be above 50%. We're well above.
Oh, we kill that.
We're well above.
We're well above.
Okay, Week 10 is now cursed. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows.
Last year, Week 10 was cursed. We started with Week 10, going back last year, and everything was fucked.
It's chaos. It's chaos. Did you know the Chiefs are going to pop off this week finally?
I had a little bit of a hunch,
They're a ticking time bomb. It was going to happen.
but it's not. Let's go over it. We have the games from last week here.
Mm-hmm.
We had Panthers, Cards, over 44.
Yeah, we did.
Cards got absolutely blown out.
Who would have thought? Against the Panthers of Carolina.
Cam Newton's first game back.
First game back. Who knew?
We had Vikings, Chargers money line. Tough bet.
Especially as you're a Vikings fan, right?
Love the Vikings.
What's that jersey you're wearing right now?
This right here.
That's Stephon.
This is support the troops.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs.
I
Guy
love those
left.
guys.
He's a piece of shit.
We should talk about the troops
Hope he
more
rots
often.
in Buffalo. Who would want to live in Buffalo?
Nobody. It's cold.
Minnesota.
It's freezing cold.
Minnesota's known to be warmer than Buffalo.
I swear, you see Josh Allen do one hurdle. Everybody wants to go to Buffalo.
Overrated.
Overrated city.
Next game we had was Eagles, Broncos. Eagles won, and we had the Eagles money line.
We did have the Eagles money line.
Eagles won handsomely.
That was a lock. I don't think there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Nope, that was good.
There was nothing going wrong.
That was a
there.
good pick. Hey,
It was
respect.
Mav.
That was your pick.
Mav. It was our pick.
It was
Our pick. Every pick is our pick.
Seahawks, Packers. We had Packers money line. Smart pick.
It was safe.
Russell Wilson coming back from a finger injury.
Thumb.
Kind of a pussy injury.
I've seen you throw some balls without your thumb. I'll tell you that.
I've thrown with a hurt thumb.
With a hurt thumb, even.
We had under 52 Kansas City Chiefs at Las Vegas. Kansas City Chiefs and Raiders went under. That was an L. That's okay.
Wasn't L. You know what? Though? Wasn't it opposite? Was it?
It was under.
It was under.
Chiefs won, but it was under.
Was it?
It was.
I thought we bet the under. Oh man, that's tough.
Oh no, we did bet the under.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That was my lock of the century.
Can we cut that?
Let's cut that. Let's restart about the game.
Restart the Chiefs.
Yeah, restart the Chiefs
I
game.
wish I wrote what we hit.
I was 100% sure I bet that under because I
I
thought it
was
was
reading
a
it
lock.
wrong.
Oh,
All right. Next
Back.
game up. Chiefs Raiders.
Yeah.
We bet under 52.5, and the game went over.
So, back to this Chiefs talk. Ticking time bomb. We knew it was going to happen. Everybody knew it was going to happen. My nonna knew it was going to happen. Her sisters knew it was going to happen. Your dog probably knew it was going to happen.
They watch a lot of football.
But who knew it would be this week? Did you know?
No.
I didn't. I
I didn't.
Nobody knew.
I didn't.
Came back and it bit us.
We did hit 49ers +4 against the Rams. Rams put up an absolute stinker.
Underdog of the week.
You called it. Was that your bold pick of the week?
That was my bold / underdog pick of the week. And I'll tell you, it felt like there's a lot going on with the Rams. This is before we even knew about the Robert Woods injury.
Right.
Which probably may have played a part.
Right.
But, Odell going there, all this chatter. It almost feels like whenever something big like that happens, it always splashes in your face that week. If it's a midweek thing.
Yeah.
And
there's too much going on.
this time it happened.
All right. Next, what did we have? My other sheet's gone.
Next, if you want me to be honest, I got it right here somewhere. Go settled all time. All right, so it was pretty obvious. We hit the Bills money line.
Bills smoked the Jets.
Obvious. We probably could have taken the spread. We should have taken the spread. But you know what? In these big parlays, you want to be safe. Because there's so many factors. What was it? Was it a 13 game?
13 game.
13 games.
A lot could go wrong.
So much could go happen. You pick one game, it's 50-50. You pick another game, it's 25% chance. Pick another game, you're going down 12.5. It just keeps going.
But we're here to make big money.
We're here to make big money. We're trying to get everybody to Cancun this summer.
Yeah.
That's our goal. That's what we started with, and that's our plan right now.
Lions Steelers push.
It was a push.
We had the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Lions.
We knew the Steelers were bad.
Right.
But the unfortunate reality is, as bad as those guys were, the Lions are worse.
The Lions +8.5. That was a cover.
They could have won that game a couple times. I wouldn't have minded even taking that money line. But looking back, it's good we didn't.
I'll be honest, that game didn't catch my eye.
It didn't catch your eye.
I was kind of snoozing through that game.
It put me off.
Whenever that game came on, I didn't really care for it.
From the fourth quarter on,
yeah.
I don't know if you can call it what was happening in that game football.
Mason Rudolph is so stupid looking. I can't stand it when he's on my TV screen.
Field? Well, the thing about Mike Tomlin,
yeah,
good. He's been a good coach.
Right.
At this point, I don't know what the organization he's running is. He gets some BS wins. He probably shouldn't. But if at that, don't coach football, tennis, badminton, ball hockey. You got options. You're not the guy, Mike. And I've hated you for a lot of years right now. I know it's not personal, but for me it is. You probably don't know. You probably have never heard of me. You probably never heard of Coog. Coog's not a fan. So Mike Tomlin, I wish nothing but losses for his future.
Let's get that
within the game of football. I hope his family and everyone's doing great. I hope he has a great outside of football life. I would never wish that upon anyone.
Yeah.
But within the game of football, especially for as long as he's on the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'll say, I would appreciate losses.
All right. We had Dallas Cowboys -9 against Atlanta Falcons.
ATL.
That was a lock. We could have had them at what? -20, -30.
We could have taken those spreads. We could have taken
we
an
had
alternate.
-9.
No, but I'm saying we could have taken an alternate spread.
Oh, we could have put it way down.
We could have. Atlanta's. If you're giving up points to Atlanta at this point in the season, especially now with that Cordero Patterson's gone, athlete, by the way. When he was on the Vikings, you remember?
Yeah. That game against the Ravens.
I remember there's a time. First of all, he was the deadliest return man in the league at one point.
Yeah.
But there were talks of not having him return because of how deadly of a receiver he was.
He was the second coming of Randy Moss. He wore 84. He was the Vikings. He was going off as a rookie, and then
he was good. I'll say he was good.
That was it.
But yeah, a little bit of fall off and then good resurgence this year. But yeah, no, I don't see the Atlanta Falcons doing anything worth worrying about.
No. And as we now know, they just got smoked by the Patriots. That was an ugly game.
Big win, by the way. I sent you guys to see the screenshot. Huge win for me. Money day.
Speaking of the Patriots, they blew out the Browns last week. Now the Browns were my bold pick of the week. Thought that they might be able to do something in this game.
Did we pick them in the parlay?
I
think we did the under, didn't we?
We did the under.
And you know what? We were close, but who knew the Pats would take him to him that hard? I was pretty confident about the Patriots winning. I think the under was kind of that was kind of us coming to a, what would you call it?
Under 45.5. And the Patriots
compromise.
The Patriots actually almost got the full over by themselves.
That was the issue.
That's
right?
a big issue.
If it wasn't for that, we'd be living in a different world. But you know what? That's the game of sports betting. That's why we do it.
It's called betting, right?
It's called betting. It's not called knowing. It's called betting.
Big upset of the week was Washington football team over the Buccaneers. Washington 29, Bucs 19.
Yeah, that one bothered me. Both me and my wallet. I made some single games on that.
Yeah.
Vegas won big on that.
That's right.
I'll tell you. I don't know what the handle, like what percent of the bets went to Tampa Bay, but I got to imagine it was a lot. It was a lot of money.
I really did not see the Washington football team coming out with
Chase
that.
Young went out too.
Yeah.
Without Chase, wow.
And
Taylor Heineke.
Bucs off a bye. You got to think that Tom Brady and the team's got to figure it out off a bye.
That fourth quarter, I don't know. Did you watch the whole game?
I caught clips.
Okay. Well, that fourth quarter, the Bucs defense, third down. I don't know what it was. I guess they just wanted some more play time. They didn't want to get off the field.
Yeah.
Those guys. A lot of good ballers on that defense. Best run defense maybe in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They didn't want to get off the field. Taylor Heineke literally looked like Drew Brees. Prime Drew Brees.
Taylor Heineke's kind of swag.
He's
got some swagger to him.
Eh? He's got a little bit of a he has a little bit of swag in his step.
I like that guy. He's got a lot of charisma, maybe something like that.
You talk about guys in this league who want to win.
That's a guy.
Taylor Heineke's somewhere at the top of that list.
He wants it.
Oh yeah.
Titans at Saints. We had Titans money line, and that hit.
Cash money. Do we even talk about that? That was just one of those that was a lock.
I was watching that game. Came down to the wire. Titans recovering by the 3 points, and then Saints score, go for 2, miss the 2. There's Saints cover. I wanted the Tennessee -3. Good thing we went money line.
I was gonna say those kind of games you got to choose the money line. Again, 13 games, so many variables. We got a tougher job than it looks. I know it looks like we're living large. We got our own podcast. We have a nice table, cool sports memorabilia around us.
Yeah.
It's not. It's. I don't want to call it smoke and mirrors, but it's not all that it seems. At the end of the day, we're doing what we can out here, so we got to play it safe. What do we got next?
I think we have. That's it. That's it for week 10 or week 9.
I think you want to go through our picks this week?
I'd love to. Fresh week
as well.
Start off fresh.
You got the sheet, right?
Here's the sheet.
Take us through it.
Okay. First game we have Colts at Buffalo Bills. The Bills are favored.
Yep.
The Bills are favored by 7. The over-under is 49.5. And the money lines plus 365 for the Colts, minus 130 for the Bills.
So on mine, I remember we had a little discrepancy on this.
Right.
On mine, I was feeling the Colts plus 7.5.
That's right.
But we had the compromise of the over.
That's right. We went over 49.5. I think these are two high-scoring teams. I think that they can feed off each other. This is a divisional game, so they're going to be coming at each other's necks.
Yeah, I could see it happening. I like Colts running games really started to pop off. Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, guy's electric.
Could be a guy. He just this week tied Derrick Henry, who's been out for like 2 weeks in rushing yards. Which you guys know how the king is.
That's actually a crazy stat.
It is a crazy stat. I think it was 937. He tied it exactly this past week.
2 weeks after.
2 weeks after.
That's insane.
So shout out to Derrick Henry. You are a big man, large man, a lot of girth on you.
Hate to tackle that guy.
I don't even know. You got to get your arms pretty wide. I couldn't do it.
Lowest man wins is what I recall.
At least not today.
All right, next game we have Baltimore Ravens at Chicago Bears. The Ravens are -4.5, and the over/under is 44.5. We have Ravens money line. Talk to me.
Talk to you. Well, there's some things going around right now. Lamar Jackson hasn't practiced in a couple days with an illness. I don't think it's the cocoa. Hopefully it's not the cocoa.
If it's the cocoa, it's
you know how it is the cocoa. I think he did get vaccinated, so it would just be a week. But
what if it's Lamar's diarrhea game part 2?
No.
Do you remember that game?
I remember that game.
Last year.
He claims he didn't have diarrhea. I think we get that out of the way right now. He said he didn't have he didn't have to go. He called it a cramp.
Stomach cramp.
I called it an avoidment of some minor embarrassment on national television. Because what was it, a Thursday night game?
I think it was
It was a night game. It was a primetime game. But wow. After he relieved himself.
Yeah.
He got back on the field. That one, the thing is too, I think it was fourth and 3. I think he was like rolling out. Probably could have ran for that first down.
I remember being very angry at him.
But to throw it across your body to Hollywood Brown to win the game, just give it. You know where your playmakers are. Wow, I love that guy for that. I think I had money on that. I tend to bet too much on the Ravens games, even when they're down. That's actually usually when I bet. But I like the Ravens here.
Yeah, Ravens money line.
Yeah.
I think it's a safe bet.
They're gonna. I think they're gonna send a lot of pressure on little Justin Fields starting, right?
Yeah.
I think they're going to send a lot of pressure on him early, and I think it's going to get
a
his
little
head.
Justy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next game we have Lions at Browns. Lions plus 11.5, over under 43.5.
They couldn't beat the Steelers.
The Lions, they suck.
They suck.
We've been fooled way too many times by the Lions being like, this is their week.
More times than I have fingers. We're in week 11 now.
That's it. Enough of betting on the shit Lions.
Has any
team.
Lions pick we've bet on, including the spread? Has any of them hit?
Last week, so that was the first one.
That can you even call that a hit? That was a push.
It was against
the Steelers.
Whatever.
Steelers.
Anyways, Lions, Browns. We're taking the Browns minus 11.5.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. Lions suck. Next game. Packers at Vikings. The over-under is 47.5.
4-7.
I'm a Vikings fan. Love the Vikings. I really like the Packers on this game, though. I don't really understand why the line is so low. It's 1.5 for the Packers, minus 1.5 for the Packers.
Yeah.
And I think the Packers are just going to kill the Vikings. I'm tired of seeing the Vikings coming out and like pretending that they're going to play in this game and then losing it last minute.
I'm fairly strongly opinionated on this game.
Yeah.
It's a pick'em. It's a rat line.
Yeah.
I think the the Packers defense started out pretty shaky.
Yeah.
They on paper, I think they look kind of shaky. Alexander. I'm not going to say it. You know what I'm saying.
You could say it.
Jair Alexander.
There you go.
He's out, I think, still. But the thing about that Packers defense is they're like Portside in August. Okay?
Okay.
They're heating up. Now, a lot of the other guys are outside. They're looking in. They're conversing about what's going on the inside. The Packers defense. They're conversing because it's too hot. They don't want to get in there. Nobody wants to get in there. Nobody. I think they deal with these Vikings, and I think they deal with them good. And I think it's going to be a sweat. as always.
When you let me throw it back to this
Throw it back.
courtside reference.
Yeah.
It's hot in there, right?
Dude.
It's steamy.
I'm talking no AC. It's sweaty. You're on the dance floor.
But you go in because you think maybe I have a chance. And you get in there, you get real sweaty, you bump around with one too many dudes, and you leave disappointed. And I think that's exactly what the Vikings offense is going to do this week.
I love the word you use there, disappointed.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be disappointment.
Packs money line, lock it in. Next up, Texans at Titans. Texans plus 10.5. Oh, plus 10, and the over/under is 44.5.
All right, you want to take this one away?
We have the Titans money line. Going back to the Lions-Browns game, we're not betting on shitty teams anymore.
Yep.
And that includes the Texans. Titans, without Derrick Henry, have looked strong.
Yep. They look good. And you know what? It's heavily carried.
Yeah.
I think by their defense. I think that's inevitable, or not inevitable. I think that's more than fair to say.
Yeah, that's right.
But I don't like the spread. So I think it's a bit of a trap game. The Texans, they could squeak away here and make this real tight. Dare I say it? Maybe even win. I don't think they will, because they're so bad. They're so bad.
This is a divisional game as well, so I find these divisional games to be a little more tight. A little more tight. A little more money on the line for these games.
Oh yeah, they know. Like the thing, but the Texans are just fighting to be party crashers. That's all they got.
The Titans, yeah, I think the Titans got it. Said and done.
Yeah.
Texans suck. Let's move on to the next. Speaking of, we now have the Saints at Eagles.
Yep.
Saints plus 2, over under 43. What do you think?
So I used my veto on this pick.
You did use your veto on this
veto.
pick.
We each get one veto. Mav,
Yes.
you picked the Saints money line.
I did.
You did.
That was Saints money line.
I had to throw up a V. I couldn't help but feel that I like what the Eagles are doing. They finally started running the ball, and dare I say, they might be good at it. They might be decent at it, and I think I got to give credit where credit's due. What is it? Simeon? Simeon's starting at quarterback for the Saints, right?
Seaman.
Or Seaman, whatever. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me?
The thing is I don't think he's good either.
I don't think he's good. And you know what, Sean Payton? A lot of respect for that guy. Me and him, we used to, we never did anything. I don't know him. But I can't imagine them finding a way to win this.
You lied to me? No, I actually don't hate this pick. I just think that the Saints are kind of feisty. And
they are feisty.
They are feisty.
But they're both in...
And they're both kind of in that, I'm a shit team, but I can somewhat win games. And I just kind of like how the Saints are at plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Something, I got this feeling.
Okay.
But you threw your veto on it, and I'm okay with that. So, Eagles money line is the pick. Next game up. 49ers at Jacksonville. 49ers are minus 6.5, over under 45. Now, the 49ers are coming off of a big win against the Rams.
Huge win. This might end up being the biggest. This could be the turning point of their season, or just the biggest win for
I think
sure.
they're gonna do a little flipperoo.
I don't think they're gonna have a win that climaxes this in terms of overall importance.
Yeah,
but I can't help but say that they could get rolling here. I don't know. They got some guys. Debo's pretty explosive. You got him on your fantasy team.
I don't understand how that
why you won't trade me Debo.
No, how
we can
that
talk
guy
about that off camera.
Touches the ball.
Yeah,
and then everybody else is like, "Fuck it, I don't want to tackle."
He just has a knack.
Yeah,
for just running as fast as he can when that ball's in his hands.
I don't know what he's got.
And everybody else just becomes a spectator.
But he's got it.
He's got it.
He's got the it factor.
He's got the it factor.
And I've seen it recently. He's got the it.
Mm-hmm.
When it touches his hand, it's gold. Anyways, pick that we have under 45.
Yep.
49ers, run the ball. Jags, suck all around. Quick game. It's going to be over.
For the Niners.
We have under 45.
Under 45, yes.
I think it's going to be a quick football game since the ball is going to be on the ground. Time's ticking. Not much time to score points. Jags aren't good at scoring points anyways. So,
true.
49ers, Jags, under 45.
Okay. Chalk it up.
Next, we head to Carolina, where they are playing the Washington football team. Washington football team +3, over under 43. Now, this is where I used my veto.
You did use your veto.
Coog wanted the Panthers. I said,
Panthers.
F that. I said, what the fuck?
You did say
I
that.
want to use
You said that. That was
my
a quote.
veto, Washington football team +3.
He took, yeah. I guess
Ron Rivera playing against his old quarterback, Cam Newton. He knows too much. He knows Cam Newton's nick and necks.
You know, and the thing is, Cam Newton had his big coming home party last week. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like this is his first game back. There's some electricity.
He scored the touchdown. He said, I'm back.
I'm back. Yeah,
No one cares, man.
No.
No one cares.
Cam Newton, nobody cares.
You're done.
I hate to say it. I don't want to say
you
that.
Like him?
You know, it's his career.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that.
No, he's done.
He's done.
He's over.
He's kind of done.
He's over. He's done. He's washed.
He's had his time. He's had his time, and it was a great time. Let me tell you. That MVP year,
Yeah.
they almost won. Did they go undefeated, or did they almost go undefeated?
Almost. I think they lost the last
game, right? Because they rested everybody
Yeah.
at halftime, right? But whatever. You know, you remember that Super Bowl.
Washington football team +3 against the Panthers is what I meant to say. That's the pick. Next up, we head down to Las Vegas, where we will be heading once we hit this parlay. Bengals -1, over under 50.
Now, I put no clue.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I think these are pretty even teams.
Yeah.
In a sense.
I'd say Vegas thinks it's an even team match too.
Yeah. And you know what happens in Vegas tends to stay in Vegas.
Vegas.
But you're telling me you think that this Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase-led Bengals team, who have an above-average defense aside from the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're above average. I think they should be. But regardless, you're telling me they're going to come in and take it.
I think they are.
You think so?
I haven't heard anything from the Bengals in the last couple of weeks. I feel like they've kind of been laying low.
Yeah. They're in the hunt right now.
Haven't played their best football the last couple of weeks. But just before that, they were playing their best football.
They were.
So I think did they have the bye last week?
They got beat by
last week?
Yeah, they did.
No, they were on a bye.
Are you positive? I'm almost certain. No, they got beat by the Browns. They got wrecked by the Browns.
That was week 9.
Oh, yes, it was. Okay, sorry. But the last couple of weeks have been tough. It was Browns and then Jets.
That's right.
Blowouts back to back. Or not blowouts, but they were high score. Like, their defense set up a lot of points.
That's right. So off the bye, Bengals come in to Las Vegas, stay sober for the night, win, and head back home to Cincinnati. That's the pick.
That's a miracle. All right, I'll take that.
Yeah, you like that?
Hey, if you, I have no idea.
That?
I don't like anything in this game, to be honest. It was up to me. I wish this game wasn't happening.
Well,
I don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm free to admit. I'm fine admitting it. I have no idea.
This one's on me.
And you know what? I trust you. I trust you, Mav.
So,
trust you in the past.
Speaking of this one's on me, we take it down to Seahawks at Cardinals at the Seahawks. Cardinals are -2.5. The over-under is 48. And this was my game where I said, fuck it, I have no idea what's going on.
We've each had one of those this week.
Yeah.
We've each had one. I think little Russ with his little baby back thumb.
Yeah. He's a little bitch.
That's besides the point.
Yeah.
I think he's putting the team on his back this week. Head-to-head big division game. I think Seahawks +2.5. I think they're covering.
I don't know. If Kyler Murray plays, I think that the Cardinals will win, to be honest. But I don't know if he's playing or not.
You don't know if he's playing? I don't know if he's playing.
Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people know if he's playing. I don't even know if D-Hop's playing. The way they made it sound last week, though, was that Kyler and D-Hop were both good to go. But Bruce Arians was kind of just like, relax. Like, we're just going to keep you down for a sec. We got a long season ahead of us. They're at the top of their division, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But something in my bones, man.
Yeah, if your bones
like
are saying it, then I'll take it.
And I hate the Seahawks.
I trust your
hate
bones.
them. I don't even like their emblem.
Have you ever broken a bone?
I've never broken a bone.
I trust your bones fully.
I got some
I have
strong
no reason
bones.
not to if it's never been broken.
Not even a wrist.
Do I trust your knees?
No.
Not so much.
Don't touch the knee. Those are tendons.
But I trust your bones.
Yes. And ligaments and whatnot. So.
Next we got Dallas Cowboys at Kansas City Chiefs. Cowboys are plus 2.5. Over under is 56.5.
We agreed on this one, didn't we?
I had the Cowboys plus 2.5. You had the under 56.5. I like the under 56.5.
I like the under.
So we picked it.
I think Dak Prescott. Both these offenses could pop off a little bit.
They could.
56 is such a big number.
Huge.
So big. If you're counting by tens, not only it's more than 5 times, like 10, 20, 30,
right.
40, 50. 60 would be the next one. It's 56.
Yeah.
I like to round up. In my head, that's a lot of points.
It's really the best when you head into halftime when you're like, the game's still low scoring. You're like,
yeah.
This is a lot.
This could be one of those where it's locked up at halftime, but I'll say with these Chiefs, you never know. What Chiefs offense are we going to get? Was last week just a one-hit wonder,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if they're putting up 30, their defense isn't fantastic at all either.
No. But the Cowboys have a decent defense.
They're on and off. They're hot and cold. I'll give them that. I like the under.
All right. Under's the pick. Now we head down to not San Diego, but Los Angeles. Plus 6.5 to the Steelers. Over under 47.
I like this one a lot.
Now, you seemed very enthusiastic when I brought this game up, so I'll let you take it.
I love everything about this game. To start with, the Steelers, the fact that you can't beat the Lions of Detroit.
Not BC.
Wow. Not BC. I don't think they could beat the Lions of BC neither. And let me tell you, the Lions of BC aren't doing great in the CFL if we have any CFL fans right now either. Never mind the NFL. The Chargers, I'm not sure. We're getting a lot of this, right?
No idea what the Chargers are doing.
No idea. But we know they're capable of popping off. I think they could pop off. Justin Herbert, man, is that guy's arm strong.
But their defense
sucks. What does he do?
Their defense is terrible.
Defense isn't great. I don't think the Steelers' offense is great. And what? Who's playing quarterback right now? Is it still Mason Rudolph?
If it's Mason Rudolph, I'll take the Chargers and bump it even
I'm
further.
laughing. I'm absolutely laughing. It's hysterical. It's a Dave Chappelle comedy special in Los Angeles.
Pick Chargers
5.5.
minus 5.5.
All day. No doubt. Didn't have to blink. Didn't think twice on that one.
I don't even say anything.
There's nothing to say.
Last game of the slate, we have the New York Giants at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Giants are plus 11, and the over-under is 49.5.
Over-under is 49.5, hey?
Now,
what do we think here?
You and I, me and you.
Yep.
Us. We love Danny Dimes.
Love that guy.
Danny Dimes. There's something about him that is so likable.
If you go through right now at home, everybody watching this, I don't know if you're in North America, South Africa, Europe, China, Indonesia, Asia, which has both of those last two places I said.
Yeah.
Go and look up every headshot of every member of the National Football League and tell me, not based off, not if you like the headshot, but just based off what you get from the headshot, tell me Danny Dimes isn't the most likable guy. If you can do that with a straight face, unbiased, hats off. Because I fucking love Danny Dimes. Yeah. I love him.
Yeah.
I love everything about that guy.
Yeah. Whatever he was just saying. So Bucs come off a big upset last week. Giants, I don't know what happened last week, but I love the Giants. I think that they feel like a covering machine. I feel like we've bet on them a couple of times this year, and they hit the cover. I love them in prime time. I hope they wear the white uniforms because those ones look pretty sweet.
They beat the last 2 weeks. Not only did they beat the Giants, but they covered against the Chiefs the week before.
They covered against the Chiefs and they beat the Raiders.
The Panthers 25-3. Spanked.
Are the Giants kind of hot?
I don't know if I'd say hot.
But like, if you saw them on the D floor, you'd approach them.
I'd give them a glance.
Yeah.
If we locked eyes a couple times, that's just me because, confidence isn't there. We locked eyes a couple times.
But in your bets, it's
Holy-
there.
In my bets, it's there. I might walk over. Wouldn't offer to buy a drink. I'm on a budget. But I'd say, hey, you think you're going to cover this week? And if they told me yes, I'd go with it. I'd go with it, which I am.
Right.
Giants plus 11.
Giants plus 11 is the pick. So that was our final pick. That's a 14-game parlay.
What's the payout?
$1 will win you $5,034.12.
What are you going to do with that money if you were to win that? Which we will.
I was thinking we could split it. Maybe head to Cabo for a week, and then from Cabo catch a plane straight to Vegas, and then from there we'll probably double our money.
Yeah.
Maybe triple our money.
Easily. If we're there on a Sunday?
If we're there on a Sunday, then after Vegas, we'll head back to Cabo.
Yeah.
And then rinse repeat, I think, for the rest of the NFL season.
That sounds like my exact kind of plan. I was thinking honestly, I wasn't even planning a trip. I was just going to reinvest that.
Yeah.
Instead of the $1 parlay next week, do a $5,000 parlay. And maybe just kind of set up generational wealth for the rest of my family.
That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. You're thinking long term.
I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking the long game.
Like
At the end of the day, this is an investment. What we do here is an investment.
That's how we feed our families.
Shall we get on to the Q&As?
Before that,
Oh, yes, yeah. Oh, our
we
locks.
have our 3-game lock parlay. We have our 1-game absolute lock. And
yeah.
we have our 1 bold/underdog pick of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Koo, would you like to take us off?
I would love to. All right. So, you want to hear the 3-game first?
Give it to me.
So, off the 3-game, we have Tennessee money line. Go Titans. Tighten up. Dolphins money line.
Dolphins money line.
Dolphins money line. They're playing the Jets.
All right.
Not a good team. On top of that, we have the Chargers money line.
Chargers money line.
Tell me the payout, Mav.
You put
Run
all
the
3
numbers.
of those games
Yeah.
into the blender, toss them around with 3 dubs,
Yeah.
255. Times that bet by 2.55.
So you're telling me if I were to put $5,000 on it,
yeah.
I'd come out with roughly $1,200.
Maybe. Not a math guy
I'm
myself,
not that guy neither.
but it sounds like you'd win a lot
I didn't
of
do
money.
well in calculus. Tell me yours. What do you got?
All
going?
right. So myself, as you know, big
Mhm.
Danny Dimes guy. Love the Giants. Would approach him at a bar. Giants plus 11 parlay. We got the Cowboys plus 2.5. I think that's a lock.
Okay.
And we got the Browns money line against who were they playing again? They were playing against the Poo Poo Lions.
The Poo Poo Lions.
And so that we throw that into the blender. What do we get here?
Run the numbers. Run the
Uh-oh.
numbers, Mav.
We get
Show me the numbers.
Browns. We get Giants
Mm-hmm.
and Cowboys. I like this. Wow. We're talking about 4
Generational
times your original bet.
4 times.
You want a math guy? You throw $100 on this game, you're gonna come out with $400.
So you're telling me if I bet this pen right now,
yeah,
and after this Sunday,
yeah,
I'd come out with 4 pens.
that's right.
Golly.
Golly, for free, pretty much.
For free,
Yeah.
essentially, because the money you're putting down, you get back. You get more than it back.
Right, you get 4 times that amount.
Sounds like a no-brainer to me.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Don't be silly. Put your
Lock
money
it in,
down.
Hollywood.
Locked in, baby.
There he is. First words of the pod. All right, 1 game lock of the week. Mar. where's
Lock of the century.
that? Yeah.
Now, I know I put them as a money line in my 3-game locks, but I do not mind taking the spread on this Miami minus 3.5.
Wow, you're really hammering this
I
game.
love it. I don't think the Jets are doing anything without Michael White. No
Joe
chance.
Flacco, that's your boy though.
Joe Flacco. I've heard some rumors.
Sure.
I heard earlier this week he
Yeah.
tested positive for being elite. That doesn't scare me.
I've heard that as well.
That doesn't scare me because that Jets offense, they're not it.
Elite.
But not only are they not it, because they do have some ballers. Elijah Moore,
Yeah.
he is it. He
He's
has
kinda-
it.
he's
He
pretty
has
sweet,
it.
that
Trust
guy.
me. I know he's put the fantasy numbers we're hoping. Recently, he's been all right. But that Jets defense, That is Swiss cheese, my friends. There are holes everywhere. I can walk through them. Okay?
That's a large
I'm
man.
not very fast.
No.
No. You've seen me.
Yeah.
What would you guess my 40 is?
So for my one game parlay, I have the Bengals money line over the Raiders.
You were that
we're a
confident
little
in that game.
questionable
I was
in
gonna
that
say
game.
that's a toss up for me, but you think that's the lock.
I think that Joe Burrow's going to come in there and say, fuck this. You guys think I
Mhm.
sucked these last couple of weeks? You guys think we don't have it? We have it. I think the Raiders are an average team with missing players. They've got drama all over their team.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they can do it. Derek Carr has looked ultra depressed on the bench lately. I don't know if you've seen him, but his
I haven't
hair
talked to
is
him.
growing. His eyes are getting darker. And
This guy's just up all night. What is he doing?
I don't know. It looks like there's a thunderstorm cloud above his head.
God.
Let's go Bengals. Joe Burrow, win us this game.
Bold pick. I'll say that for a lock of the century. Bold,
It's
but
a
I
lock.
like it.
But
I
you
like,
want us-
I like your charisma and your moxie.
Thank you.
I hope it hits.
I
I really do.
I know what's gonna.
My money will be there. Underdogs.
Yes, sir.
Let's get the underdog siren going here. What do you think's gonna happen?
My underdog pick:
Yeah.
Washington football team at Carolina, times 2.5.
You're taking the money line.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the underdog pick.
I love that.
I think that they're gonna win so hard. I think that they're gonna smash Carolina by 1,000,000.
Okay. Now, okay, it's an underdog pick. I respect that.
Yeah.
If I'm talking about underdog picks, last week I went with the Niners. And
Yeah.
I was sketched out. I thought that was a sketchy one.
Yeah.
Now, if we're talking sketchy, this week I'm taking the Colts plus 7.5 against the Buffalo Bills. And I think the Buffalo Bills kind of want this win. I think they do.
Well, I think they really need to.
I
win.
think they might need it. But that Colt, I think they have a good rushing defense.
They both
too, I
need
wanna
this
say.
win.
They both need this win.
They both really need this
And let me
win.
tell you, man,
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor, legs are churning.
Yeah.
He's heating up. I don't think they know what to do with him. I think he might pop off. I think he's going to get the Colts a nice little lead. I think they're going to control the clock. I think this offense is going to win them the game.
All right. I like it. I like it a lot.
Appreciate that, Matt.
So that's our picks for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to like this video, subscribe. Follow, shall I say, the Instagram,
Follow the Instagram.
and tune in for the Q&As of the week.
And that Instagram is Lucas and Mario Make a Parlay. Now, to end off our podcast, we got a little segment here of some Q&As. We got a lot of Q&As this week. Do you want me to go through them asking, and then we can go back and forth answering?
Whichever you feel.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with 3 quick ones, then you hit me with 3. Got it? Rapid fire answers.
Did you?
What?
Hit me with it.
All right. JD asks, why are Baltimore Ravens such a letdown this year?
I don't think they've been a letdown, really.
They
They've
haven't
been
at
in,
all.
They've been in some close games,
Absolutely.
and they've had to come back.
A lot of
I'd
comebacks.
say
My
that
chair's
shows that
broken.
they kind of...
My chair just broke. I think I was moving around a little much.
You were...
I
hitting
was
some of
going
this
like this.
when you're talking about Jonathan
chair.
Taylor.
A little sketchy. I'm gonna have to get another chair soon. But go on.
They've been in some close games.
Oh yeah.
And I think it shows that they have the factor of the comeback, you know? They can be down in a game, but they can come back in the game and still end up with the win. So I don't think
can.
they've been a complete letdown.
And you know why?
They lost bad against Miami. That was not a good look, but we'll chalk that up to a short week. I know they both have short weeks, but
Thank you.
let's just say that Baltimore had a worse short week.
I was gonna say you go, and especially when you're going against these terrible teams. Miami's a terrible team.
Classic trap game.
Trap game. It's a trap. William asks, how did you get started in the betting scene?
I guess it comes from my father. Guy
Peter.
likes to throw some bands down on games.
Might I say, good looking guy.
And yeah, from there he kind of got me hooked on it, started getting me in there, and I started getting in there.
Are
and
you
I thought to
blaming your
myself-
father for gambling addiction?
Absolutely. And I thought to myself, like, wow, this is actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
And now here we are, running a podcast and an Instagram page, and soon enough we're going to be the biggest gambling page in the world.
Sooner than you think. Am I right?
You're right.
All right, last one for you. The quick fires. Mateo asks.
Yeah.
Maybe take a deep dive into the sauce. How do some people have just Sorry, let's restart that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mateo asks. Maybe take a deep dive into the sauce. How do some people just naturally have it?
Well, a lot of people ask, what's the difference between juice and sauce? People have juice in their fridge for a week, maybe 2.
Tops. Goes bad.
A thing of ketchup lasts in the fridge for what? Months.
Years maybe.
So guys who have the sauce, they do it great, like ketchup and OJ.
Because they last.
But OJ only's one-hit wonder. Sauce runs forever.
Is this like a double entendre, you think, for OJ Simpson?
No, not at all.
Okay.
But what I'm getting at is that when you got the sauce, you have it. You have it in the league. You get paid. You be there for a while. You create your legacy.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Give you a few here.
Let me ask you a quick question.
Do it.
Off the top.
Coming
off of Mateo's question. Yeah. If you could take a dive into one pool of sauce, what sauce would it be?
Now that is a question. What can I answer your question with a question?
Sure.
Why'd you ask? What made you think of that?
He said take a deep dive into the sauce.
Take a deep dive into.
What if we're talking
about
we're
physically diving
a literal pool of sauce?
Wow, I didn't think about this. Okay.
Sweet chili. That's my pick. I know I asked you, but that's my pick.
You ever had tartar sauce?
Love tartar sauce.
If you Google the most unhealthy sauces in all of existence, I guess.
Sauce world.
Tartar sauce is near the top of that list. And what I admire about tartar sauce is people know it's bad for you.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's a well-known thing.
Yeah.
But every time you get fish and chips, do people not still eat it?
Every time.
Every single time. It doesn't bother them.
No.
So if I were to dive into a pool of sauce, it'd be tartar sauce because I recognize its faults, but
you still indulge in it.
I still indulge in it. Everyone does.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong there.
It's a good pick.
I'll give you a few here. We just finished off here at Mateo. Give me 3. We'll go back and forth.
No, here's a question. This guy is probably number 1 on our Instagram page. Activity wise.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
West Coast Real Estate. Dad is the handle.
I just call him Lee.
Do you guys assess a team's record against the spread? Home, away, straight up, over, under before betting?
So to answer your question, Lee, absolutely. The amount of hours of studying, preparation, text messages, Reddit scroll throughs, just anything on the internet, YouTube videos. I watch YouTube videos.
Yeah.
You watch YouTube videos about this
I've
stuff?
seen a couple of YouTube videos in my day.
That we go through before we deliver these picks to you, because at the end of the day, you're trusting us with your money. We know every time we say a pick, you're betting on it, without doubt. No hesitation. Absolutely, we take everything into account. I'm not just going to say a team's record. A lot of time, are they hot right now? Are they cold right now? What's their defense doing? I'm really into that. Like what's going on with that? Because at the end of the day, if you're giving up points, you got to score more than you give up.
Yeah,
it's math.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, Lee, absolutely we do. In every sense of the word. And at the end of the day, reverting back to Mateo's question, sauce plays a role. Do you have it? You want to talk about some teams that don't have it? Pittsburgh doesn't have it.
Pittsburgh doesn't have
it.
it.
The Lions don't have it.
The Vikings don't have it.
You guys got a little. Justin Jefferson has some sauce.
The team doesn't have sauce. If the team had sauce, they'd be winning these games. But they don't have it because they lose every single one.
It's true. That's true. Well, they're close. They're close, though.
But what does close count for?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Horseshoes, slow dancing, and grenades. That comes from the principle.
Yeah.
New question for you here. This is from Tanner Friesen.
Tanner, good guy.
Biggest win? Not even the money, just in terms of odds.
Just in terms of the odds. This takes me back. Let me think here. Actually, I had a pretty good recently.
Yeah.
Who were we playing? I think it was against the Vikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ravens. So playing the Vikes. My mother, God bless her soul, she's still alive and everything. Thankfully, I just bless her. Got her started on a Betway account. Obviously, I decided it was time for her to start investing, so I created the account. We put in some money. I think she was only comfortable putting in like $10. Whatever. It's a rookie start, but it's a start, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to start investing somewhere. In game, at one point, the Ravens were down 24 to
10?
Was it? No, I think it was lower than that, wasn't it? Maybe it was 10. The odds for the Ravens money line goes to 7-1. Okay, so you know what that means? If you bet 7 pens or 1 pen,
yeah,
you get 7 pens back. So what I told Donna, that's my mother, I said, Donna, get your entire account. Well, actually, first I said, take out a second mortgage and put it on this game. She said no. Ridiculous.
Right.
So we just put her account on it. 7-1 odds. Obviously, the Ravens cashed. I knew what I was doing. That would probably be the biggest odds win. Monetary win, we've had some other ones of those. Italy and the Euros.
Italy and the
What a
Euros,
lock.
that was a good one.
Although you're still eating off that, aren't you?
I still eating off that.
We all,
I hit Baylor in March Madness last year.
That was a good one.
fired me up.
That was a good one. But yeah, to answer your question, Tanner, that would be our biggest or my biggest win.
You want to give that a
I'll give it a look.
All right, next question. Which team / player do you think is a lock every week?
Lock every week. Who's this one from?
Sorry, this is from Mateo Uel.
Mateo.
IULE.
Another Mateo another Mateo we have as a fan.
Right.
Awesome. I don't think there is a lock every week. I don't think one team is a lock every week. I think there are locks every week, but I don't think there's one team that's going to consistently win every single week. Like I can't imagine. For a while there, the first few weeks this year, I was really into the Cowboys. They kept beating the spread. They kept doing it, and I really like that. But I don't.
All good things come to an end.
All good things come to an end. You can't rely on that. You can't just blindly bet on one team. Right now, I know we had a discrepancy about this. I like Tampa going forward. I think Tampa's gonna just kind of turn this around. Tom Brady seems like an angry guy in that locker room. I can't imagine he's not shouting at the defense or coaching. He's kind of like the LeBron James now of the NFL. I find in terms of like he's the coach, he's the player, the coach, the GM, and pretty much the owner in terms of how much pull he has.
He does it all.
He does it all, right? But I don't think there's a team that's a lock every week. What do you have someone that you're really?
It goes week by week, man.
It goes week by week.
Week by week.
Matchup by matchup. That's how I take it.
But the biggest thing to do is get your research done.
Mm-hmm.
Trust your gut, and the NFL is rigged, so you got to look for storylines.
It is. Storylines matter. Storylines matter. OBJ coming to the Rams. You know it's an L.
Well,
we have another question from. I'm gonna skip this one.
10, by the way.
10. I like to think I'm a little bit. Guess I gotta get a new chair. We're back. The one I was gonna ask was what bets do you think are the easiest for a beginner?
Is there such thing as easy bets? what are you looking for? Are you looking for little amounts of money on big wins? Are you looking for putting big money on an almost guaranteed win? Are you looking for the 50-50 pick where you think, yeah, you know what, maybe this shouldn't be 50-50 because I know this team's better than the other one? That's what you got to look for. I don't think there is no easy pick that we can say bet the money line every time.
It's week to week. I'm not even going to say money line every time. For a beginner, though, two things you can do. A, copy every bet we make. Every single one. We talked about earlier. 62%, was it? Was that the number?
62%.
That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. No guy you'll find in the... do you know anybody else who does that? No, you don't, because there isn't. So...
Not my dad.
Hey, man, Pete might have a couple of locks. Maybe either copy every single thing that we do or stick to single games. Don't start no parlays. Single games are easy. Make multiple single games. As long as you win more than you lose, you're going to profit, right?
Yeah.
And
also, I'd say the easiest bet you could make is our penny parlay that you should bet every week. We made it for you, so you don't even have to think. You just throw it down.
$1 to win $5,000. Cancun is free at that point. You're profiting off going to Cancun.
Here's a quick question for you. From Fabio_Conforti.
Oh, yeah.
Would you rather have Burrow or Herbert?
I'm going to say this without a doubt in my mind. I'm going Herbert.
Couldn't agree less.
You're a Burrow guy.
Yeah, big time.
Tell me why.
Guy's the best college quarterback ever. He's got the it factor. He wins championships.
We're talking about we're talking about Burrow, not Tim Tebow, right?
He wins championships. He's the number one pick. He's got great hair, and he throws dimes. He's a leader. He's got his best buddy on the team. Guy's gonna win.
I think this is like a hypothetical though. If you're starting a franchise,
sure.
Take out Jamar Chase.
Take away best bud on the team. Still think he's the better option.
Okay. I think Joe Burrow looks like a pretty good leader.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him yet. I'm sure he'll probably reach out after this podcast. We might exchange some words. I'll let you guys know how that goes.
That'd be pretty cool.
Do it. Cut that. Joe Burrow. I think he's a good leader. Probably will be good. The thing is though, can't teach arm talent. When I say Justin Herbert has a rocket launcher on his right shoulder, not kidding. You've seen that kid sling it. Tell me he doesn't sling it.
Ever heard of Jamarcus Russell? That guy had a cannon. Where's he? How long did he last?
I don't think it's fair to
Does it matter about arm strength?
That guy also had a codeine
Whoever
addiction.
throws the ball the farthest
he
is the best quarterback,
field
right?
As well. Okay.
Is that how it works? Oh, okay.
All I'm saying is the arm talent. You look at a lot of successful guys, right? This year, look at Matt Stafford. Guy's just got a beautiful arm.
Yeah.
He's had a beautiful arm. Like situationally, though, you look how he was in Detroit.
Yeah.
Wasn't getting nothing done there. And I do like Matt Stafford a lot now. I used to hate that guy. All those years of Megatron, just thrown down the toilet. But what I'm trying to get at here is that arm talent. If you're in a good situation, you build around him. I think he can make something happen. But obviously, it's not gonna just come down to that. But I think that's kind of like the shining light of Justin Herbert. Next question is, we got another one from that Fabio guy, actually, whoever he is.
Must be a big fan.
Must be a fan. At this point, do the Browns stick with Baker or move on?
I'd say give him another year. I don't know what his contract situation's like, but last year he was solid.
I feel like, is he still on his... He can't still be on his rookie. I think he's still on his rookie.
2019?
I'm pretty sure he's still on his rookie. 4 years, and he got drafted in 2018. Yeah, so I think we'd be coming to.
They'd have to give him his 5th-year option.
They'll probably, yeah.
Give him
So
his 5th-year option.
I do think you do that if there's a 5th-year option in there. I think you do that.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think less and less that he's the guy. I got to be honest, because you know what? Even in the games where he does well, it's just because they got a crazy rushing attack. You know, I know Kareem Hunt's hurt, but Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, they're establishing like some crazy run early. Yeah. And then it's a lot of this, a lot of play action. Oh, now he's open, you know? Yeah. It's not Baker making big plays. And he has made a couple from time to time, but I don't think he's I think you can get by with him, but you're not going to be winning much with him. So I think the Browns know that. Mm-hmm. And I think if there's an opportunity to strike at somebody better, they will, but I don't think there's going to be that opportunity. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know. I say give him one more year, see what he can do, see if something changes, and call it from there.
Yeah, it really just depends on where they land in the draft order, like what opportunities given to them. Next we have one from Andrew. Who do you think is the favorite to win the Super Bowl? Not off Betway odds or whatever betting site. Not off the Vegas. Not from Vegas.
Off
but
the top of my head.
Top of your head. I know you are invested already in some futures.
Yeah, I got the Rams on a future.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Packers are looking good. Bucs obviously an option. From the AFC, I'd say Ravens, Titans, or Bills. Mm-hmm. Patriots looking sneaky good too.
Sneaky good.
I don't even say sneaky anymore. I think they're just looking good.
Yeah, I think it's apparent. Mac Jones, so efficient. Just an efficient guy. Doesn't take a lot of risks, which, you know, maybe down the stretch that could become something, but I think right now he's doing a great job.
Yeah, I'd say those are the.
If you had to put your money on one right now,
currently,
you're putting your life on the line.
That's a good question. Life on the line. I'd say I almost want to say Packers. As much as I hate them, I want to say Packers.
You know, it's funny you say that because the more I think about it, I don't think the winner's coming out of the AFC. As a Ravens fan, I wish it was.
Yeah.
But I think the Packers have to win one.
Their defense looks good. They still got Aaron Rodgers.
And they're always right there.
Yeah.
They're always right there. Aaron Rodgers.
They always just lose that NFC Championship game.
MVP last year.
Yeah.
I think he's picked up his form this year compared to the week 1 against the Saints, which is just kind of a travesty. But I think you got to throw that away. That's an outlier. I think you got to go with the Pack.
Yeah.
For me.
I don't know what the odds are right now. I'd say Pack.
With Vegas.
Much as they hate them, but.
Yeah, I know it's tough for you as a Vike fan.
Fuck it, right?
Fuck it. Next question, also from Andrew. Do you guys think Betway will lock your account soon? So Bet365 for you, but Betway
I'd say after we hit this Week 11 parlay, they'd probably getting a little skeptical. And then when we hit the week after that, back to back, plus our 3-game parlays both hitting back to back to back. I'd say, it's going to come pretty close. We'd probably get an email warning us like, hey, you guys are cheating or something. No, we're not. We're just geniuses.
We're just, we know. I was, I've actually put a lot of thought into this, more than probably most.
Yeah.
It keeps me up at night sometimes. I think if we continue on this track and then probably hit a couple 13-game parlays, which is inevitable at this point because we've made so many. Yeah. We've made 11 now. Yeah. It's week 11, right?
Yeah.
We've made 11. So, assuming that what's 62% of 17? Let's get off some quick math here.
Gotta be
a little TV timeout. Okay. So that means 62% of 17 is 10.5. So let's just call it 10. Somehow we haven't hit 10 parlays. Let's assume we hit 5. I'll give us half of that.
Sure.
We're in for a crazy last 7 weeks or 6 weeks here. Okay, we're going to win 5 of these 6 weeks. If you think Betway's not going to have something to say about that, because right now we're only betting $1 on these, so we're winning 5.
Yeah.
We bet $2, 10.
Yeah.
$3. I'm not going to go that high in math, but I think Betway's going to have something to say. Bet365 might have something to say. I'm worried about us getting banned. But the thing is, even if we get banned, we'll keep making these podcasts, and you guys can make these bets.
Just send us your money.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because at the end of the day, we do this for you guys. right? Not for us. So, it is a worry. It is a worry in short.
Yeah. You think we could start wrapping her up here?
Yeah. I think we got one question left here.
Yeah.
So Fabio Conforti asks, what team do you guys like best for the future?
Which young team? Or which
team in general?
Does it have to be a shitty team right now?
I'm saying let's say going forward for the next 5 years.
5 years. I'd say the Bills probably look good for the next 5 years. I want to say the Cardinals are going to look good for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And
if you had to pick one that you think is going to look the best.
Bills. Bills are going to look good for the next 5 years.
This might be a little tricky. Maybe I'm biased because I want a little bit of money tonight. A lot of money. I think the Patriots have a bright future because you look at Mac.
Yeah.
He's on that rookie contract, right? And the thing about Bill, he doesn't care if you have some off the field issues. He'll sign you if you're good.
Yeah, he does that.
I think he's just going to keep accumulating some wealth. He's a good coach. I think is it McDaniels is their OC?
Yeah.
I think he's good. I think that guy knows what
he's going to leave at some point, right?
Will he? I don't know. I think he's part of that Belichick cult. Again, Mac Jones, for a rookie, so efficient, man. So efficient. I think he's only going to get better. I don't know if he'll ever be NFL MVP candidate good, but
he's good.
It's tough to argue that guy doesn't have a pretty bright future, and that in turn that doesn't make the Pats have a bright future. They make good off-season acquisitions kind of every year.
They're a smart team as long as they keep the guys like in the head office, Bill and whatever. But yeah, I don't know. They'll be a good team.
A lot of good young quarterbacks in the AFC. A lot of good young quarterbacks in the AFC.
It's only come up. We're going through the next era.
Yeah.
Exciting to watch.
It's going to be some big news. It's going to be some big bets, some big wins. But thanks for tuning in to the first ever
Method to the Madness.
Yeah.
I guess this is where we sign off.
Well,
it's been a pleasure.
Mav? Good show.
Hollywood.